the fifth of 7 children in a family that emphasized higher education. Jeff attended Clarion right after high school and graduated in 1980 with a BS in Business Administration and a concentration in Management and Marketing. Never one to procrastinate, after college, Jeff entered the business world with the same drive and competitive spirit he demonstrated as a high school athlete. In 1987, his career took him to San Antonio, Texas, to start a new material handling business for Toyota Industrial Equipment. This is also when he began a business relationship with the H-E-B Grocery Company, one of the largest privately owned grocery companies in the country. Jeff served as Director of Facilities Maintenance for H-E-B and President of Parkway Systems Incorporated, a startup material handling company owned by the grocery giant. During this time, Jeff sat on 2 industry dealer advisory boards, both as a member and then as a president of the board of directors. Jeff's entrepreneurial spirit surfaced again in 2001 when he became one of the founding partners of Minor National Service. What began as a 2-person startup in equipment maintenance and repair, today Minor has 700 employees and is internationally recognized leader in providing round-the-clock, 24-hour service, support, and solutions for Fortune 100 companies. In 2006, Inc. magazine recognized Minor in their list of top 500 fastest growing privately held companies in the United States and has been recognized in the list of Inc. 5000 numerous times. Under Jeff's guidance, Minor established a track record of doubling in size every year over its 12 years of operation. With this combination of growth in revenue and earnings, Jeff and his partners brought in outside investors through a private equity company based in New York and sold the company in December of 2012. Jeff stayed on as president and board member of the new company and continued to grow and steer Minor with acquisitions and sales. This company sustained a similar growth path and in March of 2017, within 5 years, sold again. Jeff agreed to support Minor's transition to the new ownership group for 1 year, and in March of 2018, he retired to focus on business development consulting and mentoring young professionals. During his career, Jeff authored and published articles and white papers on how to create a company whose culture focused on excellent customer service. He has also been a featured speaker at colleges and universities, as well as many industry forums. He is viewed as an industry expert in establishing organizations that are built on 3 basic core values: teamwork, leadership, and communication. In his personal life, Jeff has been guided by the phrase, "To whom much is given, much is expected," and has lived this out as a volunteer with many nonprofit organizations, including the United Way of San Antonio and Bexar County, the Battered Women's Shelter, San Antonio Respite Care, San Antonio Food Bank, and Coker United Methodist Church. The same give first, get second mentality has been incorporated into the culture at the companies Jeff has successfully managed and led. Jeff has often said, not only is it good business, but it's the right thing to do. Jeff, we honor you for your professional accomplishments, your exceptional contributions to the community, and for your commitment to nonprofit causes. Your achievements are truly exemplary. It is an honor to present you with the 2019 Distinguished Alumni Award.
Congratulations, Jeff. Great successes. From the House of Representatives, a citation for you. The House is always pleased to acknowledge individuals who, through their dedicated civic endeavors and professional excellence, contribute to the well-being of their communities and the Commonwealth as a whole. Whereas Jeffrey Schmeck is being honored with the Distinguished Alumnus Award at Clarion University Alumni Association. The Distinguished Award recognizes alumni who over an extended period of time or through singular achievement have achieved exemplary success in their field, extraordinary service to Clarion, extraordinary service to the community, state, or nation, and demonstrates qualities for Clarion students and graduates to emulate. Mr. Schmeck earned a bachelor's degree from Clarion University in 1980 and began his material handling business for Toyota Industrial Equipment in 1987. He's a founding member of Minor National Service, a startup company in equipment maintenance, which has grown to include several hundred employees. Therefore, the House of Representatives of the Commonwealth congratulates Jeffrey Schmeck upon his well-deserved recognition, proudly notes his exemplary record of service and contributions in keeping with the highest ideals of the Commonwealth, offers best wishes for the continuation of his many worthwhile and beneficial endeavors. The citation is signed by State Representative Donna Oberlander and Speaker of the House.
What's up, on my phone?
Congratulations.
Good evening. I know I'm the only one standing between you and the bathroom right now, so I will try to be as brief as I can. When they said they were giving out citations in Clarion, I thought, uh-oh. The last time I got a citation in Clarion, I had to get under the courthouse and talk about that. You know, things happen. You know, it's been 39 years since I walked the stage, tipping gymnasium. It rained that day. You know, it was a nice spring day here in Clarion. I want to congratulate the fellow honorees this evening. Your resumes are impressive. They're inspiring. And I got to tell you, they're very, very intimidating. I looked at that and I am honored and humbled to be in such fine company as you all. I'd like to thank Dr. Pesic and Dr. Roth for their nominations. Thank you very much. I sincerely appreciate it. Ann Thompson, thank you for making this event special for me. I appreciate all the logistical support, and thank you for the students' help tonight in making this special for my family and I. As a side note, when Ann called this summer to inform me that I was going to get this award, I thought for sure she had the wrong number. And I said to her, no, this is Jeff Schmeck. And I said, I think you want my sister Paula, who graduated in '84, is a very accomplished attorney in Pittsburgh and is a business executive. I said, it can't be me unless I owe you something. And she said, no, you're the guy we wanted. So thank you very much. A few years back, Dr. Pesic invited me up here to speak to some classes here at the School of Business. And I thought, well, I got two primary functions today that I want to achieve. One is I was going to try to recruit kids to move to Texas. See if I can get any of them to come to Texas with me, because we are a fast-growing company, as you heard. And the second piece that I wanted to do is I wanted to demonstrate to those students that they were prepared to go out into the business world. I told them, I said, Clarion provided me the courage to compete. I said, Clarion gave me the courage to compete, and it gave me the confidence to win. So go out there and go after it, because you know it's available for you. You know, I was a very unremarkable student here at Clarion. I was what I would call a good, solid B student. And Dr. Pearson, we spoke a little bit about this morning, this evening, since Dr. Grunewald is not here. I think now would be my time to put in the plug for you to go back and review the B that I received in marketing in the fall of 1979. I know it should have been an A. Dr. Grunewald said it was a B. And since he's not here, I think I should win. And we should go back and change that transcript. We do it from here. But I've been given a lot of help in my life. I was born into a great family. I married into a great family. And with my wife's guidance, I have a great family. I'm one of 7 kids of Paulie and Tony Schmeck, who believed education was transformative in your life. My dad said you can be anything you want to be. Go get an education first, then go back and do whatever you want to do. All 7 of us, graduated from college and or nursing school. Some of them did graduate work, there's master's degrees there, there's a lawyer involved in the family. I'd like to thank my mom, who's with me here tonight, and my father, I know, who's not smiling on me tonight. Excuse me. My brothers and sisters are here with me tonight. They're partially at fault for the way that I am in life. I was number 5, and so, you know, you got to fight and scratch if you're number 5. That's just the way it is. I have great in-laws. My father-in-law is here with me this evening, and he helped me along the way. My 2 children, Dr. Brittany Schmeck is here, and my son, Jeff, and his wife, Ariel, are here with me tonight. They challenged me at times really to become a better person, and I want to thank them for that. My friends are here this evening. Pete Raspani and I, a fellow graduate of Clarion, are roommates here, and my business associates, my business partner. We talked about starting a business with 2 people, and one of them is sitting out here this evening, and they came all the way from San Antonio, Texas, to come up and surprise and spend the day with me. So thank you very much, guys, for coming up. As I mentioned earlier, I got a lot of help in my life. But I wasn't without some basic skills. I'm a persistent person. Success doesn't come easy to me, so I keep working at it. I'm a person who doesn't let the prospect of failure prevent me from taking a risk. My mother will tell you stories afterwards if she wants to talk about that. I think I have a good eye for talent, and I'm securing and knowing my limitations, which means I know what I'm good at, I know what I'm not good at, and I'm not afraid to ask for help. Let me give you an example of persistence. Back when I was in high school, I saw the prettiest girl in school. Now back in high school, if you could picture me with a really great head of hair, a real dark hair, and I was a good-looking guy, and I thought, you know, I was all that. So I went and I looked and I found the prettiest girl in school, and I said, I'm going to ask her out on a date. So I asked her out on a date. I said, this is going to happen. So I walked up and asked her out on a date, and she said no. And I was stunned. She said no to me. And I said, okay. So I waited 2 weeks, and I asked her out again, and this time she said no. I said, now how the heck can all this happen? So I thought, well, she did tell me she had to wash her hair. So I thought, you know, I knew high school girls had clean hair because I've heard that before, so I knew that they had to wash their hair. So I waited another week, and I asked her out again, and she said this time, no. So, you know, what did I learn from the experience? I learned that I wasn't successful, but I knew that I wasn't going to quit, and I was going to be persistent. Little did I know that would be good training for my career later on, because prospects say no, bankers say no, employees say no. So you hear no a lot when you're in the business field. So after working for folks for 20 years, I decided it was time to take a risk and start a business. So my wife and I went all in. We cashed in everything we had. We leveraged our house. We cashed in insurance policies. We went all in. It was a burn the boat moment. We worked on our value proposition. Our timing was right for the service business that we were in. Our business grew very rapidly, and one of my responsibilities was to make sure I put the right people in the right seats on the bus. Until that time, I did a lot of the hiring, I did a lot of the interviewing, but I knew I needed some help to accelerate the growth of the company. I needed someone who was disciplined, somebody who had the capacity to formalize processes, someone who believed in what I believed, someone who was smarter than me, and that was obviously a big list. And I went looking for a scientist. I said, someone who doesn't mind working in anonymity, somebody who doesn't mind being out of the spotlight, someone who was laser focused on what needed to be done, and it would work hard enough to get it done. Those are all the things that I didn't want to do. And again, they were all the things I wasn't good at, so I knew my limitations. So I needed that rare person who possessed what I refer to as a servant's heart. I didn't have to look far. I was able to convince my wife, Dr. Kim Schmeck, to leave the cancer therapy research business that she was in and come set up our office. So under her leadership, we enjoyed, I'm going to get a little business wonky on you here, but Dr. Pesic, I do remember these accounting things, and so I'll probably bring some of them up again, but we experienced outstanding growth over this 12-year period. Enough growth that we attracted some private equity businesses from New York to come in all the way to San Antonio and take a look at us. Our customer satisfaction scores were solid. We went 9 years in business without losing a customer. And if you're in a service business, that's very, very hard to do. Kim, you set us up success. You were and are the best business person I've ever worked with. Thank you. So, as you've heard tonight, I'm a person who's received a lot of help in my life. As Jim said earlier, I believe in what Luke wrote in the Bible, and it says, to whom much is given, much is expected. I've tried to pay it forward. I believe that success can be achieved if you practice 3 simple things. Pass along work better than you found it. You lift while you climb the ladder of success, and you give first, and you get second. Now, in closing, I know you want to hear that. I'd like to borrow a little technique that I picked up from Mr. Rogers. We all know Mr. Rogers. So here's a chance for audience participation. I'm going to be your timer. And what I'd like you to do now is close your eyes. And for the next 15 seconds, I want you to close your eyes and think about those people, those special people that have helped you in your life. Okay, so you ready? Close your eyes because I'm looking at you. Go. Thank you. Have a good night.